What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the gallery. It is an awesome day to do some great works. Listen, I know it's been a minute since we did it, but we're here now, so without further ado, we're gonna get into this 2025 gun collection. Let's go. First item we have on the agenda is the Glock 43, not the 43X, just the regular 43. This is a micro compact pistol, 9mm. This thing holds 6 shots. I'm very disappointed about that. It has some real nice sights on it. And you know, I'm not really like the biggest Glock fan in the world, but I will say, man, like the profile, just like the back curvature, the stippling that's included on the hand grip here, like, you know, pretty nice, man. And then on the mag, you have this pinky extension that help you get a full grip. Even though it's a small gun, you're still able to get like a nice firm grip on it. And another thing I do like about this is it's very low profile as far as being able to conceal carry. This particular one has a trigger upgrade. I think it's the Tango trigger housing that got placed in this, but yep, Glock 43. All right, up next, man, y'all know I love PSA, y'all know I love daggers, and I didn't at the time have a firearm that was OD green, so of course I had to go ahead and pick this one up and add it to the arsenal. It has suppressor height sights, it has the threaded barrel for your suppressor. It came with this hollow sun on here. This is the 507C HE. Trigger is very heavy. I think it's like a 5.5 pound pull, but it's still comfortable to shoot and carry. I have the GL9 mags from PMag, and I have a Cane Arms base plate. Cane Arms is kind of hit or miss. They are real good when it comes to everything but the Glock 43 mag extensions, and I'll get into that in a later video. But yeah, man, this thing is sexy. I like it. The standard mag is 15 plus 1, but with the base plate, I'm able to stuff like an extra 4 or 5 in there, so good capacity. We have the Canik Meta, whatever, SF. For what Canik is doing for the value that you're getting, man, it can't be beat, it can't be denied, and it can't be downplayed. All right, you literally have aggressive serrations on both sides, the front and the back of your slide. You have a loaded cocking indicator. You have a very dope color scheme here, man, where the slide is treated, and also, you know, you have your FDE frame. Like, you can't go wrong with this. You have a flared mag well on this bad boy, short reset on the trigger in true Canik fashion. You also have slide release on both sides, already optic cut, you know, so you can be able to slap your red dot on here. I believe that the capacity of this is 15. But yeah, man, this is a whole complete package of a firearm for a very nice price. I believe this is sub $500, but yep, the Canik Meta SF. Already not being a Glock fan, and then having the debacle that I had with the Glock 43, man, I was kind of cool on Glock until I walked in the store and saw this Gen 5 17, man. When I tell you this thing is beautiful, you have a FDE body with a OD green slide, and I put a Cane Arms base plate on here that matches the slide. O-light on here as well. You have a U-shaped sight in the rear and a dot in the front, so you can line it up to be able to get nice shot placement. When I tell you this thing feels so comfortable in the hand, like, this is a very beautiful firearm, man. Like, I'll never understand why people have like a gun collection and they have like all Glocks, but you can't have a gun collection without a Glock in it. Just the feel of it, just the beauty of it, the sleekness of it. Holds 17 rounds. You have very good grip texture on the frame, and when you hold it, man, it just feels right. You know, it just feels classic. It feels like it's, you know, like it's meant to be in the hands. Very good firearm, man. All right, up next, we have to take our time with this one. This is the Springfield Echelon. I believe summer of 2023. All of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to who do gun reviews, they dropped their videos on this at the exact same time when it released, and I was up like all night watching everybody's videos, and I fell in love with this gun instantly. The crazy thing about this gun is it's full size, but the body of it is very slim. All right, so that helps you to be able to mitigate recoil, get a good grip on it, and be able to have control over it while you're shooting. All right, so you have good grip texture on this gun. You have very aggressive serrations on the front and rear. You have U-shaped post rear sight, dot on the front, and I do believe that these are night sights as well. Yes, they glow, so that's pretty amazing. You have slide release on both sides. The slide release is very small, but it helps you to be able to kind of just bump it a little bit and get back in action. On the side, you have a gas pedal, which promotes a good, sturdy grip on the gun. And I respect that. I like that a lot about it. Also, the trigger has that safety on it, meaning, you can't fire off a shot unless you depress both of them. The cool thing about the Echelon is the slide is cut to be able to take just about every red dot that you could possibly want to throw on here. And they did that straight out of the box. All right, another added bonus to being able to load this thing, aside from the deep serrations on the front and rear, right at the back you have kind of like this tab, like the old school BB guns we used to shoot when we were little. It kind of has that on the back of here, so you can be able to rack your slide and load it up on the back end. So I think that's like a cool added feature that's on here as well. I also like that you get a full pick rail on here to mount lights or lasers or whatever. Usually on handguns you maybe get like 3 slots, but on here it's like pretty full, which is a dope thing if you have lights of different sizes and all of that. And then fresh out the box you get a 17 round magazine, but of course this has a base plate on it fresh out the factory, so it's probably like 23 capacity if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, if the world was to collapse tomorrow, this is probably a gun that I would run to be able to protect myself, protect my family, because it's just like so ready to go. It have so many features in it that just make it a comfortable and a smooth shoot. All right, up next we have a 16-inch Aero Precision AR-15. Now the reason why this gun is so special to me is because this is the first gun that I actually built, and when I say built, I mean built. I started out with a stripped Aero lower. I put a Rave 140 from Rise Armament in for the trigger. I went Aero Precision on all of the internals, pretty much like the bolt carrier group and all of that stuff. I put a SD charging handle from Radiant Raptor in here because I am shooting this suppressed. We have the SIG Bushmaster 3-9 on top for good magnification. I went BCM with the hand grip here, and I also went Magpul for the stock on the back. Added these nice rail covers to here from Magpul, as well as a hand stop. I didn't want to go with a full vertical grip. Of course, gotta have the bipod on here, man. I mean, it's 16 inches. You reaching out far with this. And then we have our Omega 36M suppressor on top of here. So, it just make a whole good complete package for you to be able to have some long range reach with this bad boy. I love this gun, and once again, man, it's just something that I'm super proud of. I did the research on how to build and what all to put into it, and I just felt like instead of spending $1,000 on an AR, it was worth it to be able to know the process and be able to build things the way you want to. Because when you build it, you can plug and play parts. You can choose what you want to spend more money on and what you kind of want to skimp on. All right, but yes, man, this is, when I tell you, this is probably one of my pride and joys right here. Like, I absolutely love this gun, and it's chambered in 300 blackout. So you have a 16-inch rifle that's suppressed and 300 blackout with your subsonic Hornady rounds. Man, when I tell you, this thing is quiet, it's special, very fun to shoot, amazing experience, and it has a flat face trigger. So it's like this thing is really set up for you to be able to have a good shooting experience. I also put a Magpul mag release on here. It's extended to be able to help, because I mean, I didn't want to have like a 30 round magazine in this. I mean, it's 300 blackout, and it's something that's meant to be quiet and kind of stealthy. So I only have a 20 round mag on here to make a shorter profile. So if I'm laying and using the bipod, I don't have to worry about the mag being too long. But yes, man, Aero Precision for the win. This gun is, like I said, man, my pride and joy. I'm super proud of it. Glad that I built it, and it's been amazing to shoot thus far. All right, y'all, so since I was in the spirit of building, of course I had to double up, get some more Aero parts, and this time I built a pistol, which is registered as a SBR. So this is a 10.5-inch barrel. This is also chambered in 300 blackout, and I wanted something that was kind of like an everyday carry that was still quiet. Basically everything that that my first 300 blackout rifle build was, but just in a smaller package to be able to tote with me every day. And man, when I tell y'all I spent some money on this one, I think I spent around a good $2,000 building this. And yes, I did build it with my bare hands as I did the first one. Of course, got the ASR muzzle device on here from Silencer Co. so I can have the 36M suppressor. Let's see, let me walk y'all down. We got rail covers on here, man, because when you shoot suppressed, they get hot fast. So, you know, having these rail covers definitely help. I put an O-light on here, and it has a pressure pad as well. So that way you can be able to click your light on, or you could click it off and have it, you know, be momentary if you just pushing the pad. Even though I have this registered as a SBR, once again, did not want the vertical grip on here, so I went to BCM, got me a nice little hand stop that just matched the color scheme and everything. Up top, we have the Hollow Sun 510C with the donut of death in the middle, and this has a solar panel, so you know, y'all already know how that go. We don't have to worry about batteries and everything. I went ahead and put a Landtac bolt carrier group in here. When I tell you the shooting experience, shooting suppressed in a small compact package with an upgraded bolt carrier group is amazing. I think this particular one is nickel boron, and it cost me around like $230, worth the money. All right, same thing with the trigger, man. I put a Geisley SSE in here, and when I tell you to reset the wall, the break, the crispness, the smoothness of riding it, and the reset, I don't think I ever want to buy another trigger after these. I think everything is gonna be Geisley from now on, because the shooting experience has just been that dynamic, and the recoil, the way it mitigates, like everything is amazing. Of course, when you're running suppressed, got to have the Radiant Raptor charging handle in there, the SD one that has the ports to be able to let gas escape. For the stock, we went B5 systems. And for the grip, we did B5 systems as well. We have mag pull for the trigger guard. But man, when I tell y'all, this gun is definitely one of the more expensive ones that I have, but also it's one of the ones that's worth it. You know, this is probably one of my favorite guns, and not because I built it, but because it has everything that I'm looking for as far as like a daily carry and being tried and true for all of those situations that I might need it for home defense, truck defense, and things of that nature. Another reason why I love this gun is because I went through hell with that Omni hybrid that I had. I put money into that with upgrading the charging handle. I changed out the buffer weight. I put a new trigger in that thing. I also put on the muzzle device so I could be able to shoot it suppressed. And when I tell you that was the most inconsistent gun, I will never buy anything Omni hybrid. I will never buy anything from ATI. Again, that was absolutely dog water, man. ATI, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. All right, and last but not least, man, I just noticed, man, I just showed y'all a whole bunch of guns that have the color combination of being black and FDE, but hey, that's the wave we on now, man. All right, this is the PSA Jackal. It is 13.7 pin and welded, so that basically means that it constitutes legally as a rifle, even though it's short. I have the Dead Air Lazarus 6 suppressor on here. I have no other guns that have the chemo adapter, so this is pretty much dedicated to the PSA Jackal. This is a piston driven system, which is kind of AK-ish, ACR, you know, guns in that category. And the good thing about that is these can run like without as much maintenance and babying as an AR. All right, so it kind of fits into that AK category where it just run. Now, because of that, this has an adjustable gas block, and the good thing about having an adjustable gas block is I'm able to control the gas if I'm shooting suppressed or unsuppressed. This gun has not seen many shots unsuppressed, because I mean, that's what I bought the suppressor for. It has 10 notches on here, which I think is a little overkill, but hey, is what it is. We have the battle torch from Tacticon up here, pressure pad, flashlight. Because this gun is heavy as hell and very front heavy too, I went ahead and put a vertical grip on here to be able to kind of wrap my fingers around to help it seat inside of my shoulder a little better. Another thing that I do like on here is that your charger is not rear like on most AR platform systems. It's a side charge, which is very dope, and you can switch sides to, you know, where if you want to put it on the other side, but I'm right-handed, so I don't mind it being on this side. Up top, we have the SIG Tango, which is a 1-2-6 scope, very accurate. I like the sight picture that's inside of here. B5 Systems grip. So with B5 Systems, I just love how there's a more straight Magpul, has more of a cant to it where you kind of straining your wrist as you're shooting. But when you have aftermarket stuff like B5 or other manufacturers that make pistol grips, you're able to get more of a straighter edge to it, and it just helps you to be able to keep everything high and tight on you and be able to follow up shots real good. This trigger is real smooth. It reminds me of the ALG trigger that's inside of my AK. Like, it have that real smoothness, that crispness to it, and then when you reach that wall to where it breaks, it fires off real cool, and it also follows up so you can be able to have a good reset. Another good thing that I like about this package is it can be folded, okay? So you hit this button right here and you can fold this bad boy over. So this makes for a good truck gun, but this gun by itself without any of these attachments was $1,300. So I don't think I'm riding around with this trying to use it as a everyday defense weapon, because I do not want to take that L if I have to use it. Right here in the back, you have on the stock, you have adjustments where you can be able to control how far you want it to stick out or how close you want it in. And then you have this cheek riser. A lot of people complain that with the cheek riser that it collapses on them. I haven't had that problem. And I think the reason why folks have that problem is because they push it up and they just leave it instead of pushing it locked. Because y'all see right here, I have it locked and I'm pretty much clamping on it and it's not going nowhere. So yep, but I don't want to minimize anybody else's experience. But yep, that is it for the 2025 gun collection. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Got a lot more content coming soon. I will be doing videos where I'm giving an in-depth shoot with everything that I've shown y'all so far, and the ones from last year as well. So make sure y'all get armed. It's not about how many guns you have, but it's about what you know how to shoot. All right, so don't just buy your gun and sit it in a box under your bed and take it out once a month. Go to the range, man. Buy one box of ammo and train with it. All right, I'll be doing some videos showing y'all how to only train with one box of ammo and all of that good stuff. But make sure you arm yourselves, man. We living in crazy times right now, but also shooting is fun and therapeutic too. So if you're not doing it for anything else, it's just worth it to be fluent in something like this and being able to be in control of your life and protecting yours and everybody else's around you. So appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.